How are we doing this lovely morning? I'm so glad you guys are in here and that we are doing our fun Diamond Club kickoff call with you guys. I can't believe the season has officially started. So that is extremely exciting. So before we kind of just start, I want everyone to put down in a chat one little win or exciting thing that you guys want to share about how the season is going for you so far. We want to hear it. We want to hear it all. So share down in the chat. We want to hear from you. While we continue to wait for other people coming in. Submitted your first reactivation. Way to go, Wendy. Woohoo! Loving Power Me to get more connections. Ooh, that is a smart way to go, Mary. I like that. That is a really good tip to use Power Me. If you guys don't know what Power Me is, I highly suggest you guys reach out to your account managers because they can dive into more details about it. Laura is grateful with her gratitude for her customers who are reaching out. Oh, I love that. Met two interested individuals this morning at breakfast and sent over purchase links to both. Way to go, Jamie. Woohoo. That's so exciting. I love when I see these things. This is what energizes me and gets me excited. Just who all has been, having some just exciting things happening for them in their business. It could be as simple as I got out of my comfort zone and I talked to, 4 people in one day, which normally doesn't happen. Could be something as simple as that, you guys. You need to recognize the wins along the journey. That makes a huge difference when doing Diamond Club. A lot of the times we're always thinking about here's the big wins. That is the only way that I'm able to, celebrate. But honestly, it needs to be watching it all along the way. Just those little wins along the way make a huge difference. So make sure you recognize that. Got my email to Watt Gold at convention. Whoa, Wendy. Woohoo. That's exciting. I know, guys. Can you believe it? Convention is 2 weeks away. What is this? Oh my gosh. I was on a mom's call and now you have 3 new contacts. That's fantastic. So 3 new leads for you, Paulette. That is huge. That is absolutely huge. That's a nice lead. I just got my first enrollment for Diamond Club yesterday. Awesome! That's so great, you guys. Okay, well, we are going to get our call started here. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with you guys. Alrighty. Let me share it real quick. And we will just get the party started with you guys. And I'm going to turn the time over to, if this will let me. I'm going to turn my time over to Melanie, who is going to start this call off with you guys. So let's get the party started.
All right, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy September 4th. I don't know how it is that we are ready. I mean, September 4th, convention's in 2 weeks. I don't know where time has gone, but we are certainly excited for this season and just to see all of the wins along the way, which you all have been sharing with us in this chat. And we've had some people share on the Facebook page as well, all of their wins. And so that makes our hearts happy to see all those wins. And like Amy said, it doesn't matter how big or small you may think the win is a win, and we will take all those wins and we will celebrate with all of you. And so thank you all for joining us here today. I am just thrilled. This is my 9th 10th year of leadership programs.
Girl.
It's been a long minute. But I just absolutely I love being a part of your Diamond Club journey and your doTERRA journey. And so we look really forward to seeing you all at convention and on our sourcing trips next year. So you all are going to graduate and be on one of the 3 trips we have. And so we definitely are looking forward to that as well. And just know we here in our office, the whole 3 of us, the whole 3 of us, Becca's actually off at a doctor's appointment right now, but the whole 3 of us are just thrilled to be with all of you. And we just love our participants anyways. And I hope you know that and can feel that. And anyway, so we are going to get going. And so here's our team. And I said the 3 of us. We actually do have Esther, who is helping us with our NAC, but she's on maternity leave. So, anyways, so we have Rebecca, who I'm sure all of you are familiar with already. Today is Rebecca's 6th year anniversary with doTERRA. And so yay to Rebecca. She is helping our Pacific, our Mountain, our NAL, and our NAC regions. And yes, that may sound like a lot, and it is. And so for those of you who have not joined us on our other calls that we've had so far, yes, our team looks really different from the last seasons. And so we shrank a lot. And so anyways, but just know that we will still try to provide the best support that we absolutely can for all of you. And so Amy and Rebecca are basically taking on half of North America. So they're going from one region in the past to now half of North America. So just know that will try their best to support you. We are working closely with account management and our BDDs as well. But just give us a little patience. And just know that we are trying our best with what we have to work with, but we will totally be here to provide the best support that we can continue to provide to all of you. So your success is important to us, and that is our priority. So that does not change anyways. And then we have here Amy, my partner for today's call. And Amy, what are all the regions you are covering?
Oh my goodness, guys. Okay, I am over Central, Northeast, Southeast, and Canada. So I'm also over a lot of regions too. So bear with me.
Yeah, yes. Anyways, and so again, Esther is out on maternity leave. We do have our AMs from the NEC market who are assisting at the moment. And then you have me. And I am here with my ladies, my little doTERRA family again, to just make sure that the day-to-day needs of all of our participants are taken care of. And so anyways, and so you can continue to reach out through the various ways that you have been reaching out, through email, by giving us a phone call, which I know Amy was busy yesterday. She was on lots and lots of calls talking to all of our amazing leaders. All righty. And here is our agenda. We're going to start off like we always do with some fun recognition, because we want to recognize all of you in whatever capacity that we have for your efforts this season. Recognition is always a fun thing, and also it fills our cups to be able to recognize all of you. And so, and then we're going to hear from one of our previous winners, which we are looking forward to. And then we are just going to touch on a couple of things: our Start Strong incentive, our important resources, and our future calls for the season. Yay! And now to get recognition underway. And so we are recognizing some of those individuals from each. We have one from each region. And so these are individuals who have who are the top enrollers so far in this whole 3 days or 4 days of the season. And just know that no matter where you are at the moment, we still have the whole rest of the month to go. And so if your name is not on here, it doesn't mean that you're not going to have success. Anyways, and so we want to recognize those of you from each region, starting with Elena Starkey from Southeast.
Go. This is a perfect strong start. Next, we want to recognize Carolyn Anderson from Northeast. Way to go, Carolyn. I got to talk to you on the phone the other day, and you are just killing it. So way to go, girl.
Great, Carolyn. And Carolyn has done Diamond Club. She's been around for a minute, so we are excited to see you again, Carolyn. And Julia Mirza from Central. And we actually got to spend some time with her on two of our sourcing trips this year. And Julia also has been a graduate for Diamond Club. So good to see you as well, Julia Mirza.
And from the Pacific region, we have Chuck and Candy Lentes. Congrats, you guys.
And we have from the Mountain region, Melissa and Michael Burton.
And from Canada, my homeland, is Pascal Perez.
Yeah. And from NAC, we have Man Yifa.
And from our NAL region, we have Elizabeth Chahua. And I apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong.
All righty, congrats, Elizabeth. Yes. And we're going to actually have here one of she was actually our grand prize winner last year, spring.
Spring, not fall, yes, my bad.
And you may have heard her speak at Leadership Retreat. And she is the grand prize winner from 2023 spring, Miss Tonya Merritt, who actually was not able to be here, but she did send us a message that we are excited to share with all of you. So let's hear from Tonya.
There's no sound.
Okay, I'm not sure why it is not, you guys can't hear it, you said? Oh, that's because I didn't share. I gotta share my sound. That's the problem. I'm always doing this, you guys. My bad. Let's try that again. Take two. All right. We should be good now. Let's try that again.
Incentives like that. So really, doTERRA, thank you for all of you guys, everything that you guys do for us. It really truly is a blessing, and we are so grateful. So with that, let me share a few things. So
let's go back and then we'll go again. There we go, guys.
How are you today? I'm so excited to be here. My name is Tonya Merritt. I am from Kitchener, Ontario, Canada. And last year, it was such an amazing experience to do Diamond Club. And today I'm here to share a little bit about what worked for our team and hopefully help you guys out with some great tips that you can use for your team in doing Diamond Club this year. So first of all, a big congratulations to all of you for doing Diamond Club. It is absolutely such a great gift that doTERRA gives us to be able to reward our customers with products that they supply to give them more when they enroll. Like, how amazing is that? Plus, they get free enrollment when they enroll with you. They also get, the they gift at 150 PV if they make it to that. And that is truly such a blessing in itself. There aren't a lot of companies that actually do everything out of their pocket to support you. Oftentimes you're having to dip into your own in order to offer incentives like that. So really, doTERRA, thank you for all of you guys, everything that you guys do for us. It really, truly is a blessing, and we are so grateful. So with that, let me share a few things. So I absolutely loved that I was able to earn a sourcing trip by participating and graduating with Diamond Club. That is reason alone to do Diamond Club, because how cool is that you get to go and experience how an oil is made from literally the stem or the root or the leaf, whatever it may be, that wherever you guys go, all the way to this little tiny jar of oil. It's incredible to see the huge vats that everything is made in, and then it just shrinks and shrinks and shrinks, and it comes to this little bottle. And it really is just eye-opening to see how much work goes into these tiny, tiny little bottles of oil. And you can really see, and I know we all know how pure doTERRA is, but when you go on a sourcing trip and you actually get to see the process, and you see how it goes from such a large amount of whatever this particular oil is being made of to these small little oil bottles, you really get an appreciation for the involvement, even the cost of, why things are what they are, because they're just so pure, and it's just amazing. So that for me was a surprise. When I first started Diamond Club last year, to be honest, I hadn't been with doTERRA very long. I knew I was doing this Diamond Club, and I was gifting my customers with amazing presents when they enrolled. But really, I didn't even look at the competition stuff right away. I didn't even necessarily know or look at it like a competition. It was partway through that when I saw that I was, ranking up there in the numbers, like I was in like 100th and something place, and then I was like in 60th and 50th, and I was like, okay, I should really look and see what this all means. And I saw that you could earn a sourcing trip and that there were cash incentives, and I was blown away that a company even does this for their people. So that was incredible. And again, thank you, doTERRA. It really has been so gratifying to experience all the amazing things that you do, not only for our customers, but for us as advocates as well in our team. So yeah, the sourcing trip, that should definitely be something you guys are gunning for, because that is so cool to be able to experience that. Not looking at it like a competition, for me, that was really important. Sometimes competition can be, actually always, being competitive can be the thief of joy. If you're always comparing yourself in a competition to how others are doing. So try to take that off the table and just be yourself and do what you can. And consider that to be growth in your business and an opportunity that you didn't have before without doTERRA. So no matter how far you make it, just be proud of yourself for going on the journey and doing your best. And if you graduate, amazing. And if you don't, but you guys enroll people onto your team and you were able to gift customers with amazing gifts, look at it as an experience that will make you stronger for the next Diamond Club. So I just really don't let that get in the way of feeling successful. Because trust me, you are. Everything that you guys do, every way that you grow, because you're doing Diamond Club, will help you to be more successful and more confident in everything else that you do in the future. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about quickly was how amazing it was to work with my team. I flew out to 2 new advocates that I was partnering up with and helped them to do classes. And actually, one of my other partners flew out with me, which was incredible because she was able to help me do classes and help me with enrollments and doing wellness consults with our new advocates that were coming on. And the training that they received, because they were able to shadow both of us, and also because there were numerous people at some of these events, it was a lot easier to handle 8 people when it wasn't just me doing all the work and my new advocates were learning, right? So if you can bring someone with you, if you have an advocate that's training, or even if they're part-time a little bit, they can come with you and they can learn how you do the business, and that will help them to do the business better. So I would suggest bringing someone with you if you're doing classes for yourself, or if you're doing classes for other advocates even, or new enrollments that are becoming advocates, have people come with you and shadow you and help you with the process, but also so they can see you and why you're successful, because that will help them with their verbiage, their communication. Maybe they'll learn something new that they didn't know and be inspired by you. So I would suggest doing that because it worked really great last year for that. Also, because I was launching 2 new partners and I had my partner with me, my frontline people, they all got to know each other. And so the relationship and friendship that came out of that are amazing. We communicate with each other once a week. We have group chats together. Unfortunately, we don't live in the same province, so we don't see each other a whole lot, but it is great when we do get together. And everyone has become like a best friend, which is amazing because they don't even necessarily, like, they're not on the same leg, right? So it's nice to see that they just bond and work together, and they truly want what's best for each other and love working together. And we all have different strengths and we all have different weaknesses. So to be able to work together and watch that blossom within my team has been amazing. And that too can be fire on your team, to have your team working together, even when one doesn't benefit from the other. You know what I mean? So it's pretty special to have that. A few things that helped us do well are we found people to host. So whether that be newer advocates on our team or advocates, it could be advocates relaunching. It can be like people launching. Did I say that already? And then also it can just be friends and family that you ask to host for you. And don't be afraid, guys, to ask for help. If someone's always said no, maybe, or they're not really a hoster, don't ask them to necessarily host a class for doTERRA. Ask them if they'll do you a favor and help you by hosting, or maybe they come to your house with a friend or two because you're in a competition and you are just really excited to do well in it, and you want to show them some doTERRA things. What's the worst that happens? They come and maybe they don't love everything they see, but we know they will. So at the end of the day, ask for help if nothing else, and try to get those classes booked. And then those turn into more classes. Have them, once you have people hosting for you, again, whether it's team members or customers on your team or new people, have them create a list of people that they would like to invite. And then see maybe if they can even do more than one class. And by the way, guys, you can have them, if they're equipped, they can be doing the classes and you can go along with them, or you can be doing the classes for them. You can even, like I said, open up your own house and invite people to your house. And then anyways, you can have the people that they're inviting come to maybe 2 time slots. So if you're having something at your house, maybe don't just do like a 7 p.m. Maybe you could have a 2 p.m., a 7 p.m., and maybe a 10 a.m. the next day, or all in one day. It's a little bit much, but if you open up your schedule to have more time slots, you're going to have a bigger opportunity to have more people show up. I also, in that being said, would recommend you only have 3 to 5 people. I know that not everyone maybe feels that way, but I find that 3 to 5 people is manageable for wellness consults, and being able to take the time with people after, instead of having people wait and maybe it gets too late and then, you have to follow up with them later, which is no problem, but it might just be easier if you have less people. And if you do bring an advocate with you, and they're training, and or you have someone who's strong already and they're just helping, that's a great way. If you do have closer to 5, 6, 7, 8 people, then you guys can both be doing wellness consults and make sure that everyone's taken care of in a timely manner. Oh, make sure you follow up with an open the box. And if you're not doing it because maybe you launched someone and your person is comfortable and they know how to do a proper open the box, then they can be taking that on after, as you're still participating in more additional classes that maybe you have set up already for Diamond Club for that month. So utilize each other's help where necessary, but otherwise, if you could do the open the box and then explain the benefits of the LRP while you're doing the open the box, that obviously would be super beneficial and can help people to stay on an LRP or go on an LRP if it wasn't something that was talked about at the time of enrollment. As we know, people's brains are usually full, they know what they want to order, and they are not ready for more information often at the initial contact. So if you can follow up by doing open the box with them and go over their products and set up the LRP, then that's probably more beneficial for them, just because their brains can absorb more information at that point. I meant to have this in front of me, I'm sorry I don't, but I bring a folder with me for every customer that they can take home. Whether they enroll or not, they can take it home with them. I have in there the top 10 oils, a little bit about them, if they're topical, if they're ingestible, their top 5 reasons that you would use them, things like that, so that when they go home and maybe they do forget everything they learned, they have that at their fingertips. On the flip side of that page, I also include information on MetaPower and LLV, just a little bit, and it's pretty easy to find pages that you can just print off and have those in a folder. Either way, I designed something on Canva, but you can totally just print them off in the back office or Pinterest. There's a lot of cool things out there, so you can definitely find stuff. You can also get like the top 10 tear off sheets. You can order those and you can stick those in there. I also usually have the wellness consult form in there so they can fill that out while they're sitting and listening. And that's just talking about their ailments and things like that. If you don't have a wellness consult form you already use, you can just create something that they take notes on and that they share their ailments on, and then you can help them out with their solutions. And last but not least, have fun, guys. Work with the people on your team. If you feel like you would like to do this, offer some incentives. If you guys pass, month 1, September, and you have all your enrollments, you guys are going to receive $300 cash. So maybe you offer an incentive where your top enrollers or people that are working with you to make sure that they're enrolling using your Diamond Club code, maybe you're sharing a bit of that money with them because they did well. Reward that. Maybe it's $25, just a little something. Or maybe you're adding to their fast starts, something like that, right? That way it's a little inspiration for them to work with you. And lastly, very last, and then I'll stop. Growth happens no matter what. So again, I know I already said it, but it's just really key to remember that do your best to do the best you can. And just know that wherever you get and wherever you go and whatever you do, wherever you land with this competition, you just need to know that you did the best you can, the best you could, sorry. And growth happened no matter what, even if it just means that now you're on the right track for next year's Diamond Club. Okay, so just keep that in mind, because I know sometimes it can feel defeating when you don't necessarily make the goal that you want to get to. But if your goal is just to grow and you run with that, I bet you'll do better than you ever thought you could. Anyways, guys, have a great day. I hope this was helpful and not too long. Sorry about the little stumbles over my words, but I always get nervous even if I'm not actually live. So have a great day and we'll talk soon.
Oh my goodness, I absolutely love. There was so many good things that that Tonya shared in that, and I got to actually speak with Tonya on the phone because we were hoping to have her live, but she just had some other commitments that she just couldn't be able to be here. But she offered to record it, and it was just so fun to be able to kind of go through that and see what she had to like share, and especially from the grand prize winner who wasn't even looking at it like as a competition. Like, I think that was probably my biggest takeaway from this, is that yes, we do offer bonuses, and there is a competitive side, if that's like kind of what drives you, but it's not the be all end all. Like, to graduate Diamond Club should never be your end goal. The end goal should be to make long-term loyalty customers, right? And I loved her tip on, once they get their package, that you actually go there with them, or you get on a call or something, and you guys can kind of go over and be like, hey, and you're going to be using this a lot, and we have a subscription base. I know, here's me stumbling over my words. I feel you, Tonya. But kind of sitting with them on that to kind of get their brains working, because it's true, there's a lot. We get a lot like thrown at us. We have so many products here at doTERRA, and and I sometimes even forget like some of the things that I have that just kind of sit there and don't get used at home, and so I have to like go back and go, what was this used for again? So it's the same same deal. So yeah, okay. Well, someone did ask if we could get some of the sheets that like she's made. that, like the top 10 most common oils and stuff like that. So we can reach out to Tonya and see if she'd be willing to share that with you guys. Otherwise, like she said in the video, most of this, she just kind of like made it herself. She just pulled off images from the DMK and Pinterest and stuff and just kind of put stuff together on her own. But I get it. Sometimes it's just nice to have something that someone's already done that you could just kind of take and go. So we'll reach out to her from there. Okay. So we are going to continue on to remind you guys about the Strong Start Incentive, okay? So the Strong Start Incentive is you get 8 qualifying enrollments by September 15th, and you'll win some exclusive swag. And this swag we will be giving out during convention. So if you're thinking in the back of your mind, I'm probably going to win this swag, but I'm not going to be at convention, you can have someone pick it on up on your behalf, okay? So just let us know. We'll make that little note that someone's coming to pick it up for you. But we just want to kind of, hit that ground running. If you are already having 8 qualifying enrollments by the 15th, that is more than half of the enrollments that you need to get to finish off the month strong. So this is our way of kind of getting you even more than halfway there. So I've already seen some amazing work that you guys have been doing, especially when we were looking for people to recognize for who've gotten enrollments. Looks like a lot of you have been getting some enrollments, so that's really exciting to see. So definitely keep up on that. Okay, and then just again, like we have done always, and we just want to make sure to remind you guys where to go in the resources. Now, someone did ask if there is a Diamond Club phone number. So if you go onto your dashboard and you go under the support tab, when you click on that, not only will it show our pictures and email, but it will actually show our extension. So there's a phone number for Rebecca and there's a phone number for me. I mean, if you call me, you're not in my region, I'm not going to hang up on you. I will help you, and vice versa with Rebecca. Because some days my phone may be off the hook and hers isn't, and sometimes her phone's off the hook and mine isn't. So we're happy to, help in either situation. So just, if you're looking for the phone numbers, that's where you can find them on the support tab. Remember that if you're wanting to ask yourself this question, what is the dashboard? How do I get to it? Guys, if you haven't been using it now is the time to use it. Log on. Know where you're tracking your stuff. And we want to stress this constantly. You should be checking it on a daily basis and maybe even, 3 times a day, okay? Just to make sure that everything is updating properly, okay? As well as if I have any mentors or sponsors on here, you also can get to the dashboard this way, and you'll get to see everybody underneath you, who you are mentoring, who you are sponsoring, and you can click on them and you can see how they're doing in Diamond Club and reach out to them, okay? So this isn't just for participants, it's for everyone who is, involved in the support, okay? So that is the website to go to. Also, we have our Diamond Club team app that we're gonna start using, and we'll be posting updates, reminders, like the Strong Start, reminders about this incentive, important things to note. If there's a technical issue, we post on there as well. So make sure you guys are logged into that app. We have our Facebook page. I really want to stress that this Facebook page is really supposed to focus on our positive, uplifting posts where we are celebrating our wins, or a mentor wants to shout somebody out, or you just want to share like your tips of like, hey, I just did an event and here's my setup, check it out in case you guys want to do something like this too. Like that is essentially what we are trying to focus the Facebook club page or the Facebook page on. If you have like questions about reactivations, your promo code, enrollments, something's going wrong with my dashboard, things like that, we highly encourage you to just please reach out to our team via email, because we are not on the Facebook page 24/7. We're going to miss your questions. Or if we don't get to the question, others may answer, you may get conflicting answers. And we just want to make sure you get the most clear, quickest, accurate response possible. So just please email us. So if you've been seeing where you're posting your questions on there and they're not getting posted onto the page, that's why. We're just encouraging you to send those questions to us via email or give us a call, okay? Again, we have our Diamond Club guide that's on there. We've gone over that. Our YouTube page is there that you can go and watch in your selected language. So for those of you that don't speak English and you need to watch these calls in your specified preferred language, on YouTube, it gives you the option to do that, okay? And you can just select your preferred language to watch. Okay, and then as far as future Diamond Club calls, what is it going to look like for the season? So because convention, you guys, is coming up sooner than we'll know it, in a blink of an eye, we will not have any further Diamond Club calls held for this month in a multi-region setting. And for those of you that are coming in person to convention, please come visit us at the booth. We'll have a few things there. We'll definitely say hi. We will have our Silver Club graduates t-shirts and certificates, and we will have the Strong Start incentive swag, as well as the first 500 price. The application incentive that we did, that swag will be there at our booth as well. So please come and say hi to us. We want to see you. And then for the months of October and November, we will be holding training calls and roundtable talks with guest speakers in both of those months. And we're just nailing down those times and dates. So they'll be announced as soon as we can get those times out to you guys. We know that when we can get that to you guys sooner, the better. So we are trying to be more on top of that, and we appreciate your patience on that. And without further ado, I will turn the time back over to Mel just to kind of wrap up our call.
Alrighty, I know that was a lot of information that we shared. Just remember that we always record our calls and we share them on the Facebook page, or for languages on YouTube, like Amy kind of mentioned. We also will be sending out an email today with some important information. And I'm trying to think what else we have going on. I know some of you have mentioned in the chat that your enrollments aren't showing up. And so it normally takes 24 to 48 hours. The holidays sometimes can make it take a little longer anyways. But if it's past that time point, send us an email with pertinent information so we can take a look into those issues for you. Anyways, so we hope you have a fabulous September. We look forward again to seeing you all at convention and just sharing our love with all of you. And if you have any questions or need anything, feel free to contact us via our email or through our phone number, our resources like Amy mentioned as well. And just give us some time. Just be patient with us, as again, our team looks a little different than it has in the past. It's just taking us a little bit to get through all of those, but just know that we are working as quickly as we can to get through all of the many emails that we have waiting for us to respond. But anyways, we love you all. We hope you have a fantastic season, and we will see you all later.